Hey everybody, so today I am out here with Jesus. Jesus, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Recently you reached out to me. God, it was like a week, 2 weeks ago. You reached out to me on YouTube. You said you wanted to talk to me. You wanted to share your story. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what story did you want to share?
About my life, about the drug addiction that I had, that all the things that I've been through, and I seen your videos, and like I recognize all those people, and I was like in their shoes. I was with them, and and I guess I'm trying to give them hope, to set an example that there is hope and that they can get clean and get back to normal life.
How old were you when you started using, and what were you using?
I was 16 when I started using fentanyl and meth.
And when did you stop using?
I stopped using right before I went to jail. October 23rd of 2019, I got arrested, and from there on out, I stopped using because I was in jail. I stopped using meth and and fentanyl.
So you were out there living on the streets,
Yes, sir. On 43rd and 43rd Avenue in Thomas.
and what was life like out there?
Life was first. It was all new to me, and it was just interesting, and it was fun because there was other people around, and we were all in the mix. It was new, but then it was just like you start realizing this is not it. But when you start realizing it, it's already too late because the drug has you already, and it's really tough to let go.
So going to jail is what cleaned you up, right?
Yes, sir.
How did that happen? What was the treatment that you received in jail, or what was offered to you?
Well, my plea was 12 months, and I was eligible for Reach Out. Reach Out is a rehab program where they come and get you, but I wasn't eligible for that for 9 months after serving 9 months. So I served the 9 months, and Crossroads Red Mountain came out and reached out to me.
And how long were you at Crossroads?
I was at Crossroads for 2 months.
Okay, and how did that go? That treatment, did it clean you up? Did you feel better?
Yeah, it cleaned me up a lot, and not even that. It just I didn't know I had a problem. I thought it was just to say no, and that was it. But right there, I learned everything, that me and you are different. Where like you can pick up a glass of alcohol and you can say that's it. But me, I can pick up a glass of alcohol, that same alcohol, and I want more and more and more. That's what separates from me and you. So I learned all that in rehab, and I learned it's better for us to stay sober from everything, because we don't know how to control ourselves.
Was your family supportive during your time out in the street?
Yeah, yes, they were, but I, I would, I will always run away from them. I will hide from them. I will. Sometimes they came. They will always come. They will always come and looking for me. Oh, where's my son? Where's my son? And like when I'll see them, I'll run, or I'll tell them, hey, don't tell them that I'm here. Why? Because they wanted my help, but I didn't want the help.
What what happened in jail? You're telling me you had a dream. What was that about?
Yeah, I had a dream. So it was like January, where I was journalizing to God. And I told him my first journal, my first letter, I told him, God, I want to go to heaven. I want to visit heaven. And my godmother, I guess she had COVID. This January of 2020. It was like when the first cases were going about COVID, and they didn't know what was wrong with her, and she ended up passing away. But the day before, I journalized, and I told God, I was like, heal her. Can you heal my godmother? And the next day she passed away, and I looked at it like he did heal her. You know, she's in peace right now. She's resting, and so another thing I said, can I visit heaven? And so 2 months passed, and I'm in the working part. I'm in a different jail, and 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 then I fell asleep, and then I was praying. I was praying in my sleep. I was in my apartment. I was praying in my sleep, and I asked this one thing. I want a clean and sober life. I was praying, and when I opened my eyes, I saw Jesus Christ right there in front of me, and he told me, "Son, do you want to go to heaven?" And I told him, "Yes, I want to go to heaven." And then so my dream skips, and then you know how when your dream skips and you're doing something else, and then so my dream skipped, and then now it's Jesus Christ playing with cards, a regular deck of cards on the table, and he told me one thing. He told me, look for the letter D, and I said, look for the letter D, and then I was looking on the table, and there was nothing. This is all in my dreams, and so I wake up and I write all this down. I journalize, and then I grab my Bible and I pray, and then when I go to lay down my head, I look to the right, and the bed right next to me, there was a D right there. That's the first thing I saw, and I felt like that was a sign, like him telling me, look, son, I told you to look for the letter D. That's me, and you found it. You know, that's me that sent you that message. You know.
Do you think that dream, him coming into your dream, your godmother coming into your dream, that's a message for you to get clean, stay clean, and live a better life?
Yes. Yeah.
So what advice do you have for parents? What advice do you have for youngsters that are, like you started when you were 16? So what advice do you have for them out there? Because you know that pills are out there. They're easily influencing kids at parties, at school. What would you tell kids thinking about trying them?
Well, at first, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games, but at the end of the run, it's all bad news. You just go downhill little by little. You start losing everything. You start losing your family. You start losing yourself. First and foremost, yourself. You start losing yourself. And for the parents that have kids out there, so when I went to rehab, I read the book of Alcohol Anonymous, and it says at the end, step 12, when you're healed, you start helping other people, and then when you start helping other people, you can't force it on them. You can't force it, because if you force it, I got forced so many times with my parents. But what happened? I got out of detox, and first day, that same night, I got high. Why? Because it was forced. You're forcing. It's when your son wants to, when they're like, okay, I need help, mom, I need help. That's that's the first sign where, like, okay, he wants help. That's a good sign.
So what you're saying is you really can't help them until they want the help for themselves, right?
Yes.
But families, parents, brothers and sisters of people that are, out there in the streets addicted, they should be supportive, right? Let them know that you'll be there when they're ready to change, right?
Yeah, exactly. My mom used to come around 43rd Avenue in Thomas every day, but she was probably letting me know, like, I'm here for you, but make sure you let them know that you're there for them no matter what.
Do you think that if you would not have been arrested, you'd still be out in the streets?
Most definitely. I think jail was the best bet for me.
Okay. So, and what are you doing now since you got out of jail? How long have you been out of jail now?
I've been out of jail. I got out July 30th of 2020, and I did 2 months in rehab. July, January, March, April, June, July, September 28th, I got a rehab. September 28th of 2020, I've been working construction. I'm clean 10 months sober today, and the crazy thing is I was gonna get my passport because I had no identification, and I was going through my paperwork, and I ran into this certificate where I got baptized. I got baptized and I finished my first communion May 28th of 2010. My sobriety date is May 28th of 2020. It's just like it's God, you know. It's God. There's nothing else. It's just God. There's a way out. Trust me.
So you think would you say that you're doing good? You're living healthy?
I was 16, I was 17, 18, in and out of jail. I didn't know what life was. I didn't know life. I'm barely starting to get into life. And life is so beautiful, man. I'm telling you, life is so beautiful. It's just, there's joy, you know. There's other ways around. Like, there's it's so beautiful, you know. Yeah, the responsibilities and all that, but I think I went through all that to not worry about that. Just enjoy your life. I bills coming up. Like, I'm not worried about that. Why? Because I'm sober today, and I have my own car. I never had a car. And I now have my job. And man, life is so beautiful. Life is so great.
I bet your mom and your siblings, your family is really proud of you, right?
Man, they're just like, I'm back now, you know. When I was like 10, 12, I'm back, you know. They see it in me. They trust me now. They know already, you know. And that's the best feeling, where my mom can trust me. Like, hey mom, I'm gonna go to the store. She trusted me. Where it used to, like, no, let me go with you, you know.
Wow, so it's a beautiful story, right? It's a beautiful story of redemption. You know, you're able to come back and be successful and not be dead, right? Like some of your friends, some of the people you've seen out there in the street, they're dead, they're OD'd, they're in jail for like long term, or some people get out of jail and they're right back in the street, right? Because they can't go through it the way you did it, right? So I want to say congratulations. Okay, thank you for inspiring and motivating people out there. Let them know that it is possible to be successful after living that rough life. And I think you're a great example for people, okay? So thank you very much for reaching out to me. Thank you very much for talking to us and sharing your story. I'm proud of you, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, Jesus.
God bless you guys.
You too.